Hey, Jacqueline. How are you? Good afternoon, eighth grade. Hey, Noah, what's going on? Okay, cool. So let's get started with the warm up. That way you guys can, Thais, perfect. Because you got to finish that last little bit. Okay, so let's get started with the warm up. Hey, Harmony. That way I can get you guys on your test parts, okay? We have a combination of decimals and fractions. That's a 1.5 over 3 plus a half plus 1.5 over 10 all equals x. You have to solve for x. Stanford is sleeping. We're going to have to figure that out because he's got to catch up, and so do you. If you want to hang out with us, you can, because I can at least tell you what you should be working on. So let's solve this equation really quick. What would you guys do as a first step? Hopefully you said clear the denominator or multiply by 10 so that we can get rid of those decimals. What number can all three of these go into? 3, 2, and 10. They can't all go into 10. 2 can, but 3 can't go into 10. How about 30? Because you go 10, 20, 30. So 20, this still can't go into it, but it could go into 30, and so can 2. So let's multiply every single term by 30. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Noah, you're leaving? You have work to do, though. Don't you want to stick around for a little bit? I don't expect you to do this because you're not in 8th grade, but after the warm-up, I'm going to help everybody get to where they're supposed to be. And I haven't seen you on stream for a long time, so I really need you to catch up. Hey, Kevin. All right, 30 divided by 3 is 10. Oh, this kind of worked out nice because I just was talking to you about multiplying by 10. So 30 divided by 3 is 10, and then 10 times 1.5, you should get 15. Check the math. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 15 times 1 is just 15. Thirty divided by 10 is 3, and then 3 times 1.5. Well, if I have 2 of them, it's $3. If I have a third one, it's $4.50. So 4.5, and then 30x. So now I'm down to just one decimal, and that honestly doesn't bother me much, so I'm going to leave it alone. 15 and 15 is 30. 30 and 4.5, if it's money, it'd be $34.50. And now just divide by 30. See how easy it could be? Don't let it intimidate you. Just because there was decimals and fractions, you were probably like, oh my God, what is that? But if you follow the same steps, 34.5 divided by 30, I got 1.15. Did you guys get the same thing? Check my math, please. I checked it, it's correct. Any questions on that? So if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and get you guys opened up to the parts. That way you can finish up. I had put the scores that I had on course already, but they're not final scores. They're just to let everybody know if they've missed it, they need to move it because we're approaching break and we're approaching the end of the marking period. It's basically a wake-up call, but I will fix it. Thais, I believe you just have to finish the 4th part and submit. But remember, guys, don't submit until you check with me. Which tells me probably, Jacqueline, that you're on the 3rd part. Kevin, you're working on MobyMax solving systems of linear equations since you're done. Oh, it's open. Thais, you should be able to get in. Let me check Jacqueline. Oh, Jacqueline, you have to start part 4. So let me add you. And I have to click on it. Click on it and then add student. Okay, add. Jacqueline. There you are. Okay, Jacqueline, you are assigned part 4. Who else? Do I have to stay on the stream? Well, if you're doing the solving systems of linear equations in Moby, I would prefer you stay here because while you're doing it, you could ask me questions. I don't want you getting bad scores. You need a 70 or better to get the points on your test. And Harmony, I need to know if you've done your test review and your edge elastic. Scientific notation number 2. If you've done those, then you should be ready for the test unless you have a question for me. Why was that clicked on? Makes no sense. Harmony, you did do your edge elastic, so you just have to tell me if you watched the test review. Okay. What else? I guess that's it. You guys just have to tell me if you have any questions. Let's see, Jacqueline, if you're listening, Thais, if you're listening, for part 4 of the test, there are 2 questions. And in the second question, there are actually 3 things that you need to do. You have to put the exponent in the box that should be there. You have to label each tick mark. I believe there's 9. And then the box is the 10th one because there's 0. And then you have to actually plot where 3 countries go on the number line. And you've got Peru, Panama, and Thailand. If you're going to abbreviate could use those. Not special Josh, hello. Are you one of my students? If so, give me your name, please, so I can mark you in as attending. If for the first part, when you're doing part one, for the first question, if you disagree, you have to say if you agree or disagree and why. And then that's that part. So there's only really that to do for the first question. Can you check mine? Yes. Thais, would you click number 1 so that I can see your work on number 2, please? Okay, cool. That's better. It popped up now. All right, let's see what we got here. So I see a number in the box. Every tick mark is labeled, and you labeled where they are. So yes, your stuff, you can submit. Do you have any other questions, Thais, or stuff that you're working on? Any makeup work? Okay. I will update your grade right now, Thais. I'll grade it because I've been grading as you guys finish. Wow, you did really good. Okay. Jacqueline, you doing okay? Any questions? How about you, Kevin? I don't understand the second question. Yeah, I'm getting questions on that. That's why I went over this. So you have the three countries, and each of them has their own population. You have to plot it on the number line, but the number line they gave you is blank. So using the scientific notation number lines that we've been doing in school, and what we've been practicing in the review, you have to put the correct exponent in the box and label each tick mark so that you can go and you can plot the three countries where they belong on it. Does that help? Since it's a drawing question, you should be able to, everybody who's done it already just drew in the box and drew right on the tick marks. You don't have to draw another number line. Oh, one of my kitty cats is here. You want to say hi? Say hi, pretty girl. Say hi. I love you too. Okay, cool. You did it again. It's right here, look. What am I gonna do with you? not finding you. Kevin, you exhaust me. Kevin, I have a question for you. Because you haven't asked me a simple any questions at all. And I look on your movie, it's like you're not doing it. Was your whole intention to just not do it? That wasn't your intention? So what happened? Because I don't want to waste your time. Like, if you weren't going to work on it, you didn't have to stay. It's just that it's math. So when people get stuck, they should be able to ask their teacher questions. And this is when I'm available to you. You may leave, Kevin, because there's only 5 minutes left anyway. I'm going to finish it. Okay. My concern is that you're going to have questions. I want you to do well. I don't want it to waste your time. So the next time I stream, maybe that you can join us, maybe make sure you're doing it. That might help. But I'll see you tomorrow, okay? It's okay, no problem. I struggled with the second question, but I finished. Okay, do me a big favor. Go click on number 1 so that I can see your work, and then I'll look at it before you submit it. Okay, it looks like you did it. So let me take a quick look at it. Yes, I do see you struggled quite a bit. And that's not very legible. I mean, it kind of is. How do I want to help you here? Because you're okay. So let me do this. Okay, let me demonstrate something really quick, and then you decide if you want to fix it like tomorrow or another stream, or you want to stay and fix it now. Okay, it's entirely up to you because it looks like you're struggling with it, like you said. Let's pretend okay, I have 2 cats, but they are different heights and they're different weights, right? And it's pretty big difference. So let's pretend that I wanted to just put on the number line where their weights are. Okay, 10 tick marks. And I'm going to pretend that this is pounds, right? Because it's weight. Well, the first thing that I have to do after I label it, and you don't have to worry about that because I already know it's population from the problem. I have to say to the world, what is my scale? So I'm going to count by ones. And then I'm going to plot where my 2 cats are. I have 1 cat, and this is not accurate, but let's just pretend. I have 1 cat, his name is Cinnamon, and let's pretend Cinnamon is, I don't know, 4.5 pounds. So I put my dot there, and I put Cinnamon, I don't even know how to spell it. That's terrible. Cinnamon. I don't think I spelled that right. Yeah, I didn't spell it right. So, and then let's pretend Bailey, like Bailey's chunkier. So let's pretend she's 8. I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to put her name. So these are the qualities that your number line has to have. So it has to be a count, some count, which it looks like you were going that way, but it looked also mixed up. But it has to be a consistent count, and then you have to put the countries where they belong. So I hope that helped. I know it throws you off because it's scientific notation and it's exponents. I know that throws you off, but we did review that. And I think you have it. You just, I don't know. Did that help at all? Because you have some blanks. That's the first thing I noticed, is that you have some blanks on your tick marks. All of them have to be filled in. And if it's too hard to write everything in on the number line, then go ahead and draw your own. You have to try to write smaller so that I could read it all. I hope you heard all that. Did you want to look at it today, or do you want me to pause it and you come back to it? You got to tell me. It's entirely up to you. I don't have to rush you off. It's up to you. Technically, your school day ends now, so you just have to tell me what you want to do, Jackie. All right. All right, what's your game plan? Do I pause it and you come back to it, or you're going to fix it now? Okay, I will pause it now, and I wish you guys a good rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow bright and early.